What's happening, good people? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We're just gonna get right into it, man. We're gonna get right into it. As soon as I find there we go. All right. Time is 7:15. I'm drinking my coffee up. My video is frozen, but that's okay. Alrighty, I'm back. Without further ado, man, we're gonna get right into it. Y'all may not know that I had to go and put my robe on, and maybe my robe was on. I don't know. I had to take a break for a second. Anyways, chapter 4. We're back at it. This is Friday, December 6th. Back at home, Mrs. Wallace, Sonia, and Lily were all in the garage getting things prepared for Suge's big night. So far, 12 people had shown up. Most of them were people from the neighborhood who'd heard about the get-together and decided that free food was a lot better than having to cook or eat out that night. Colorful balloons and ribbons were strung up in various locations of the one-car garage and along the front of the house and along the front of the home. At a modest volume, old school R&B was heard playing from the flashing neon lights. Was heard playing from the flashing neon lights of the Bluetooth speakers. Lights. Alright, I'm about to pause again, y'all. It's one of those days. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Didn't get a lot of sleep this week. And I've officially drunken all of my coffee. Well, I got some dripping here, but I'm going to get more coffee and I'm going to get some water. I'll be back in a second. Y'all hold tight. All right, y'all, I'm back. We're gonna get through this, man. It's Friday, and I got my coffee, I got my water. I just had a plum, to get that fiber going, and I feel a little bit better. So let's start this back over. Back at home, Mrs. Wallace, Sonia, and Lily were all in the garage getting things prepared for Suge's big night. So far, 12 people had shown up. Most of them were people from the neighborhood who'd heard about the get-together and decided that free food was a lot better than having to cook or eat out that night. Colorful balloons and ribbons were strung up in various locations of the one-car garage and along the front of the home. At a modest volume, old school R&B was heard playing from the flashing neon lights of 2 Bluetooth speakers. Though the speakers were capable of blaring bass throughout the neighborhood, Edna decided not to turn the volume up too loud out of worry that some of the neighbors would complain. Despite the fact, tunes like Tired of Being Alone by Al Green and Spanish Harlem by Aretha Franklin were effortlessly priming the scene for good vibes to come. The food, on the other hand, could be smelt a mile away. There was no way to turn down the volume on smell, but if there were, Edna, being the type that she was, would have eagerly turned up the volume. Okay, man, how many times am I going to say the word volume? Okay, like I said yesterday, this whole section needs work, and that's what we got to do. Regardless of how I may be feeling at the moment, we got to keep on trucking forward. Writing, it's creating. And I think when God created the earth, I realized why he had to rest on the seventh day, because it takes up energy, man. It takes a lot of energy. Attention alone takes a lot of energy. Paying attention takes a lot of energy. And if you're just not feeling it, you're just not feeling it. But that's not gonna pay the bills. This book is gonna pay the bills. No, I'm just joking. Oh no, I'm not joking. It's real. This book here is gonna pay the bills. It's gonna pay the bills and a whole lot of other things. Okay, this caffeine is starting to kick in a little bit, I think. All right, let's bring it back. Back at home, Mrs. Wallace, Sonia, and Lily were all in the garage getting things prepared for Suge's big night. So far, 12 people. It's 12? Let's say 5. We don't need 12 people there. We don't need 12 people there, y'all. We don't need to name these 5 people, but we certainly don't need 12. So far, 5 people had shown up. Most of them were people from the neighborhood who, let's just say people from the neighborhood. Let's just say people from the neighborhood. No, we don't need to say most of them. So far, 5 people have shown up. I don't even have to. I'm experimenting, y'all. Bear with me. People from the neighborhood who'd heard about the get together and decided that free food was a lot better than having to cook or eat out that night. Colorful balloons and ribbons were strung up in various locations of the garage. You don't have to say one car garage. And along the front of the home, at a modest volume, old school R&B was heard playing from the flashing Bluetooth speaker. From the flashing Bluetooth speakers. Though the speakers were capable of blaring bass throughout the neighborhood, Edna decided not to turn the volume up. Edna decided not to turn not to blast them, not to blast them. Not to blast them out of worry that some of the neighbors would complain. Despite the fact, tunes like Tired of Being Alone by Al Green and Spanish Harlem by Aretha Franklin were effortlessly priming the scene for good vibes to come. Okay. The food, on the other hand, could be The food, on the other hand, had begun permeating. Okay. The food, on the other hand, was permeating from a mile away. Okay, the food, on the other hand, was permeating from a mile away. Pervasive, infusing, pervading, permeating. Infusing, flooding, saturating, There was no way from a mile away. There was no way to turn down the volume on smell, but if there were, Edna, being the type that she was, would have eagerly turned up the volume and perhaps okay, there was no way to turn down the smell. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Self-proclaimed, of course, but a genius, no doubt. Nonetheless, the food, on the other hand, was permeating from a mile away. I gotta get rid of that. The food, on the other hand, was permeating for miles. All right. The food, on the other hand, first of all, should this be a paragraph by itself? I think I need to back that up a little bit. Let's bring it from the top. Let's bring it from the top. Let's bring it from the top. Whoa, that's one long paragraph. That's okay. Let's see what we got here. Back at home, Mrs. Wallace, Sonia, and Lily were all in the garage getting things prepared for Shug's big night. So far, 5 people had shown up, people from the neighborhood who'd heard about the get-together and decided that free food was a lot better than having to cook or eat out that night. All right. Or eat out. We don't have to put that night. Colorful balloons and ribbons were strung up in various locations of the garage and along the front of the home. Colorful balloons and ribbons were strung up in various locations of the garage and along the front home. Okay, Colorful balloons and ribbons were strung out in various locations. Were strung up, strung out in various locations of the garage. I want you to pause there. And along the front of the home. Wait a minute. All right. It's a struggle, man. It's a struggle. It's a struggle, y'all. I'm trying. Back at home, Mrs. Wallace, Sonia, and Lily were all in the garage getting things prepared for Suge's big night. So far, 5 people had shown up, people from the neighborhood who'd heard about the get-together and decided that free food was a lot better than having to cook themselves. Colorful balloons and ribbons were strung up in various locations of the garage. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. You know what? I'm gonna change the music, man. I gotta change the music because we want that. We want. I'm gonna go back up here too. I know it may be not. The idea to change the music just popped in my head. So despite the fact tunes like this is how we do it. Is that what it's called? This is how we do it. Of course you didn't understand. Of course you didn't understand. Let's go to Google. Google will understand. Siri never understands. Let me see. I got some. This is how we do it, Montel Jordan. Okay, just want to make sure that's the right name of the song. This is how we do it, by Montel Jordan. What's another one? What's another one? Those songs are, I mean, we want party music. We want people moving, bouncing. No offense to Aretha Franklin and God rest her soul and Al Green. But what's another one? Another one that everybody's gonna know. Sugar's 80, but I mean, he has a young heart, young spirit. Even though I don't like that song, This Is How We Do It. I've never liked that song. When it comes on, I must admit, I'm in the party mood. It gets me in the mood. What's another party song? It Takes Two by Rob Bass. It Takes Two by Rob Bass. And Easy Rock. It Takes Two. And DJ Easy Rock. That was a dope song. We'll use that right now. And let's see. It Takes Two by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. By Rob Bass. That's not how you spell bass. But by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. It takes two to make a thing go right. There was no way to turn down the smell, but if there were, Edna would have eagerly turned up the volume, and perhaps use an industrial-sized fan to blow the smell in the direction of all of those who thought they were too good to be a part of the afternoon festivities. So right here, we're kind of shedding the light on a side of Edna that hadn't been spoken about so far, and that is she's kind of petty and a little vindictive, and maybe they have some neighbors that they don't like, and they don't, the neighbors don't like them, I guess. It was Suge's birthday, and for those who knew the man and had any good sense, knew that being there that night would have been the perfect way to pay homage to the legend. And Suge's a legend, apparently. The party had been the Wallace's way of paying tribute. It was the least they could do. There were so many people who knew the hero behind the humble face, turning 80. I gotta say something about this sign because I just thought about it. Alright, so colorful balloons and ribbons were strung up in various locations of the garage and along the front of the home, adding to the decor. I'm pretty sure this is the right decor. I mean, is it more than one decorations? Yeah, okay. Were the words, "Happy 80th birthday, Suge," equally colorful. In equally colorful big letters staked in the front yard. I was going to say it crooked, but why? Adding to the decor were the words, happy 80th birthday, Suge," in equally colorful big letters staked in the front yard. Okay, that's enough, man. It's been 26 minutes. I can't do any more, y'all. I mean, I can, but I gotta get ready for work and all that stuff. I appreciate y'all stopping by. This is Anthony L. Kelly. We're gonna keep fixing this, and I don't mind. I don't mind going over something and seeing so many things that need work done. I just appreciate the fact that it's written. It was written. With that being said, we're gonna stop it right here at 27:30. Call it quits. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. This is Anthony L. Kelly. Till next time, I'm out.